Hi everyone. How many people feel that their smartphone is already an external organ? Yeah, that's a lot. The average screen time on internet connected devices among users in the US is 7 hours. We exist in a time of data oversaturation. Faced with the myriad of choices in everyday life, can we actually make decisions? Often, an excess of options make it difficult for us to decide. In such cases, can we still take action? In the end, we often choose to give up the right to make our own choices, allowing others to decide for us. I'm Ray Yang. This is my thesis, Echoes of Autonomy, Investigating Strategies to Strengthen Independent Thought. Here are the user number for various social media platforms. These platforms consume a significant amount of our time. They push advertisements and topics of potential interest to us using personal information. This is a well-worn topic, but I'm bringing it up again for a reason. Just as we instinctively reach for our phones and mindlessly open apps like Instagram or TikTok, slipping into a cycle of dumb scrolling without even realizing it, we have become accustomed to this state of affairs. We have been deprived of our choice without realizing it. This passive state of consuming information resembles being one of the helpless blind in Jose Salamanca's novel, Blindness. Hopelessly and passively blind. We have no choice. These platforms and products have shaped our habits. I believe many of you here have experienced a time before smartphones. Compared to the era, we can feel that although we now access information more quickly, the connection to a deep understanding of knowledge have become increasingly severed. It appears that we are being trained by the torrents of the times to merely be receptacles for receiving information, and our critical thinking is affected as a result. Regarding the impact of social media in people's autonomous thinking, I engaged with a series of resources and also spoke with professionals who work in educational systems and study new technology. These studies have provided me with many insights. The first one is critical thinking is inherently emotive, beginning with instinctive reactions. But what about the next generation born in this era? Where are their options? Gina Lacking, a teacher with 12 years of teaching experience, said, students display low confidence in learning new skills from kindergarten to 12th grade, often feeling overwhelmed before trying, and they are performing below the grade level. She also mentioned that instant gratification influences the physical learning process. Instant gratification, the base of social media. As life becomes increasingly convenient, everything from our physical actions to our thought process feels effortless. We no longer find satisfaction in slow-paced activities. YouTube promoted its variable playback speeds in 2010. Even future viewers watching the video of my talk right now may choose to play at double speed. Are you watching at double speed? Since everything is accelerating, we have forgotten that thinking requires time. It is inherently a slow process. If teenagers remaining addicted to a culture of instant gratification and continue relying on social media, they risk diminishing their capacity for proactive thinking. But there's someone who is seeking ways to break through segregation. Adolescents are still in the learning phase and they have not yet reached maturity. This stage influences the future decision-making, which benefits from diverse perspectives. How can we develop collaborative platforms that encourage people of diverse backgrounds to share and learn from a wide range of information? I want to introduce a grown-up version of Choose Your Own Adventure, where I would take it a step further by incorporating diverse perspectives and insights to enrich the learning experience. Thought Matrix is a learning platform on Apple Vision Pro developed for college students. It enhances decision-making and learning through immersive storylines with captivating visuals, presenting diverse viewpoints. The platform encourages information gathering along with insight sharing, helping users visualize their choices and reasoning through knowledge graphs. Let me unveil the features through a user scenario. Kai is a 19-year-old student who feels overwhelmed and manipulated by repetitive content. He seeks to understand the world from diverse, even opposing viewpoints, and desires a fresh way to access information. Additionally, he's looking for a way for friends to share insights and collaborate remotely. Thought Matrix offers four features to address this. First, it guides exploration through stories and choices in different chapters. Kai makes intuitive decisions. Each choice is not about right or wrong, and each connects to relevant knowledge for learning. Second, Kai sees others who made similar choices, like philosophers, authors, or writers. They're offering multiple viewpoints. After he goes through these resources, he can choose to record his thoughts if he has any insight in mind. Third, Kai can explore opposing perspective by changing his choices. So in this example, Kai can not only explore philosophers' ideas, but also will user-contributed knowledge. This variation in outcomes piques his curiosity and allows him to revisit scenarios to explore different insights through new choices. Lastly, the companions on the road page let Kai track his friends' progress and join them for discussion. For this example, Kai can join Zion's journey, meet 3 participants there, and opt for call or video chats if divergent answers arise. After he finishes his adventure, he can review his thinking process through his thought matrix and check the relevant resources by clicking on the bubbles. I conducted user testing with 25 participants who provided positive feedbacks. This suggests adopting this format in future classrooms and noting that it appeals to young people and its ability to foster critical thinking and intuitive decision-making. One of the 12-year-old middle school students said this will definitely help someone understand information better. I think it's a great way to show what it's all about. Furthermore, I have expanded the features of companions on the road. Let me introduce count blocks, which serves as a visual representation of the learning milestones, like trophies showcasing users' exploration and accomplishment. The cone in Chinese can mean space, emptiness, or atmosphere. I want to express the feeling of creating things in space, exchanging knowledge with friends, and starting to think from nothing. Imagine a couple of generations into the future with the Apple Vision Pro headset. Observe how it works in this video. Companions on the road and count blocks help students think for themselves within a virtual world. But embracing self-expression in reality is just as important. And social media is shaping teenagers' perceptions and behaviors subtly yet significantly. How might we inspire teenagers to value their own ideas, share their stories, and build relationships with others, thereby promoting independent thinking? Drifting Canvas kits help teenagers to enhance creativity and forge authentic connections. Through self-directed activities, users gather their memories, create reflective drawings, and discover others' experience through the drifting postcards. Here's a video showing how it works.
By the time when I was visiting the Japanese garden in LA, thank God the weather was fine that day. Everything was so calm and serene. It was good.
I remember kind of what I feel when I'm there, and I'm drawing it right now.
And I moved to Brooklyn in 2021. This is the first place that I moved to here.
Right? I feel like there's a place, a shelter for me to store my memories.
Remember someone?
Wow! That's incredible!
Found a written postcard that was hidden within a stack of books. They mentioned something about a cute coffee shop that's pretty close to the bookstore, so that could be a new place that I can go to. It sounds fun.
So during this process, most participants realized that recalling past items and expressing themselves in this way is very precious. It's also reminded them the past smells, sounds, and places, memories that might not have been uncovered if not for this opportunity. From the next step, I will continue to add new plots and references to Thought Matrix, making the story richer. I particularly like one participant suggestion. I hope I can choose both the red and blue pills, or maybe there's a pink pill or something. This has shown me more interesting and even unexpected possibilities to explore new plots and relative references. So thank you to everyone who has helped, inspired, and supported me during my thesis journey. Thank you.
I love when design collides like seemingly opposite things together. And one of the things you had said earlier, critical thinking is inherently emotive. I love that.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so from my undergrad professor, he said so we firstly should have the reaction first before we have the critical thinking. So he said it's at least half of emotion.
That's right, it was sequential.
Yes.
I remember. I love how complex this is. People really think about the future of education, the future of like personal growth through learning, through reading. And I particularly am excited about how you have like the fullest technological intervention and then sort of zero no tech intervention at the end. And you
Right.
actually end with that. The other thing is you build community into all of your work. So this notion of alone together. There were some codes on your thought matrix pages, and I remember we talked about. Can you share a little bit with our guests?
So thank you for bringing that up. So this is users' unique code, which collects their insights during the journey. So it places shareable information. So for example, if I browse your thought matrix, your code will show on my matrix.
Wait, I'm not sure I made it public, but okay, maybe I shared it with you.
Yeah, so and after that, you might inspire some of my upcoming ideas. So it's kind of like another type of NFT, and because I want users to share their information, and like I want them to feel secure in this information sharing environment.
And inspire one another.
Yes.
Yeah, very inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you so much.